Good morning all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday morning, July 23rd. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So after the Bears' failure to have any further push down after basically a period yesterday, as you can see, ES, which has a poor high at the all-time high, now has a weak high with an overnight all-time high. If you watch these videos or in my trading room, you'll know how we talked about this, that the odds of that poor high holding aren't good. And the other nuance we spoke about, 9-wide point of control, that could never be lowered. It wouldn't matter how much they had gone down below the IB low that day. They wouldn't be able to lower that. What does that tell you? It tells you that buyers and sellers felt this was a very, very fair price. And out of 13 time frames, 9 times they traded there. The odds of that being revisited become very good. Most traders would have zero concept of that. If we open above it today, it becomes a downside destination. But again, that's something that told us the odds of visiting the poor all-time high with no excess and that point of control were good. We'll see if we get it this morning. NQ has a very large sell tail still to deal with. They also have their value gap, right? We talk about the island top value gap. Well, they still have it. They're nowhere near it. However, if ES opens up here or anywhere above 55.50, they'll be taking that back. So little disconnect so far right now from ES and NQ. Still a balance. It's a 4-day balance coming into today, which means balance rules are firmly in effect at this high. Again, people will talk about gap rules. Balance rules are 1,000 times more important than gap rules. Don't forget that. NQ, yesterday's high, isn't even close to their balance high. Okay, their balance high is the all-time high from the 21st. So keep that in mind. Righty, also looking to gap higher. Okay? Again, some people might use this as the balance high. I'm using this day. All right, look at this whole balance here. Look at that. Look at that entire balance. So this day is the day you want to take out to go up on both the daily and the weekly again for them. Okay? So the bulls continue to chug along. Right? Every attempt so far by bears to derail them gets met by a new push higher. This is a very strong market with the weekly and monthlies up on these two, ES and NQ. Do I believe the monthly should come into balance soon? Of course I do. Doesn't mean it will. And that's why as a day trader and intraday trader, just trade what's in front of you. Yes, for the overall health of the market, you would like to see this monthly pause to catch its breath, shake out some week longs, bring in new reinforcements, and then come out of balance with better structure to new all-time highs. Doesn't mean we can't keep going high like this. We obviously have from April's lows. But again, I think for the overall health of the market, it would be better to come into balance. Otherwise, you're going to get a couple of days or a week or so where they just really, really rip apart some daily lows and weekly lows. As far as the game plan, again, if this turns out to be your overnight high, that's a good risk-reward short. You know you're out right above it. If they get it, pullback should be looked to get long at, right? Depending on where you're comfortable. If they get that overnight high. If they don't get that overnight high and push down, again, I would probably take a long against the gap fill and then use a couple of points below that as my out, right? What they do not want is any acceptance back into value to trigger the 80-20 rule potentially. Okay? Very early. As far as NQ, again, you could front run that overnight high, and then you're going to need a point total as you're out because you're not going to take the heat up to yesterday's high. If they get the overnight high and back off, longs against value high would be good. Out below. Because again, you don't want acceptance into yesterday's value. Again, if you're in this trading room, you see all this. And here's the chart. One other thing, for people who do watch this video, it literally takes a second to hit the like button. So I would appreciate it if number one, you subscribe to this channel if you're not, and number two, just hit the like button each day. Here's your daily. It's balance. We need to take out that high. If we take it out, I like to get a little bit extension so then we can go up on all 3 time frames. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Good luck trading today. And we'll recap at 4 p.m.